Alright, so in this video we're going to be looking at the Garmin Force. So as you guys know, the first time I went out to calibrate it, did a little crappie fishing. But this past weekend I was able to test all of the features on it. So just going to give you guys some initial thoughts and just some of the things that I want to see improved on the Garmin Force itself. So first off, let's talk about the wireless foot pedal. The wireless foot pedal works great, right? And you can also adjust the tension. There's like this little screw that you can twist and turn to adjust that tension for right and left turning. But yeah, it's really awesome. No wirings, so you don't have to worry about any wirings on your boat and things like that. But one of the things that I wish was that if they implemented like an off and on switch, so it's always going to be on no matter what, and as soon as you turn on your trolling motor, it's gonna connect right away. So that's one of the things I want to see in the future if they come out with like a new foot pedal and stuff for these Garmin Force Trolling Motors, but it's not the biggest issue, I would say. Really awesome, easy to deploy with the two dual shocks. I can deploy it just right into my garage and stuff like that also. And it's really quiet. This is like the quietest trolling motor out there on the market right now. Not sure about the new Minn Kotas compared to the Garmin, but this one is like really quiet. So, you know, you're not going to spook those fishes and stuff when you're going across them. So one of the things that you guys probably all know is that like the spot lock of the anchor works a lot better when it's a lot more windy outside or you're sitting in current. So if it's like a calm day, spot lock is not going to be working all that great. So I did experience that also. And I'm new to the spot lock anchored trolling motor, so took a little bit of a learning curve just to figure out how I wanted to use it and how to use it itself this past weekend. But as soon as the wind picked up and I hit the spot lock, it was really awesome. There's this feature on the Garmin's called anchor gain. So you can, if you put it really low in the sensitivity, your head is not going to make as much adjustments, but if you put it higher, it's going to make a lot of adjustments. So if you're fishing in a stronger current or it's really windy, you want to set that up a little bit higher. So I was using it around 4 was probably the max that I used it. The max you can go to is 10. Just play around with it and just adjust as you go and as you need. And one of the things that I noticed about the spot lock is that I love using the remote for the spot lock. I don't really hit the button on the foot pedal itself because the remote is a lot faster. But what I did was, if I wanted to spot lock at a certain spot, I hit the anchor. It's going to show me how far I'm away from that original spot. But then I hit the anchor button again, and then I get off a spot lock, and then I hit it again, and it sits where I want to be. So that's what I was doing. Like I said, I was just playing around with it and stuff like that. And honestly, it worked really well. I was able to spot lock right next to a tree. And I did like the crappie fishing and stuff like that. So it was really awesome. One of my complaints, I would say, is that when it's making adjustments, if you have your anchor gain too high up and it's adjusting, and the head is going to turn like past the 180 mark, once it goes past a certain point, it's going to do a quick rotation back to forward, like straight forward, and it just makes a really loud noise. So I will put a video here so you guys can hear that. But yeah, I mean, besides that, I mean, 50-inch, like I said, perfect for my bass tracker 175. I don't plan to fish like really windy days. Maybe the river and stuff, it should be perfect for the river and things like that. So I don't have any concerns there. But overall, it's like just a really well-made trolling motor. I know a lot of people's had issues in the past. Like recently, Garmin just came out with version 5.2. Update for the trolling motor, which I just did that update today, and based off of other people's feedback, it's helped improve the spot lock on this unit. Some of the issues that you guys may run into, I haven't yet, but other people's, and like these pins here, like there's these plastics, shims or whatever you want to call it around there, those tend to break. But if you contact Garmin, they will send you a set out, from what I read. And this is just the collar to adjust the depth. I have it all the way down right now, so because I need the whole shaft for my boat, and I didn't want to go with a 57-inch because for me that's just a little bit too much. And the GT54 on the bottom, the transducer on the bottom, I didn't really use the side scan that much on the trolling motor, but I mean it's there. And more so I'd use the one on the console with my 12-inch screen. But overall, Garmin Force Trolling Motor worked really well when I was out this past weekend. And honestly, don't know why I did not switch to spot lock even when I was on the kayak. I had those setups and stuff like that, but it really, really helps. Even when you want to just spot lock and just change your bait and things like that so you're not drifting down the lake. That's what I did also. And it was just awesome. It made my fishing experience a lot better on Saturday. So yeah, if you guys have any questions on the Garmin Force Trolling Motor or anything else that I do on this boat, just send a message and we can definitely talk about it.